Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I am going to be doing a kind of an everyday halo look. You can do halo looks either glam, like really glammed out and really pretty, well it'll all be pretty, but really glammed out, or you can do kind of more kind of an everyday glam where it's not so crazy. So if you're still not fully comfortable like doing a full like totally glittery glammy look, you can do one that's more everyday but still feel like kind of glam and want to still be like comfortable going out in public. Now I don't really get so I thought I would do this kind of an everyday glam. I am probably going to mix two palettes. One is going to be my Anastasia Soft Glam palette. Ignore how dirty it is. This thing is loved. I've had it for a while. But I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this palette, and I might dip into this one. I don't know. If anything, it might just be the first highlight shade, but this is just the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. Ignore the dirtiness. And I might just dip into probably, oops, wrong side, like this color or this color. I might hit something else. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to go with this today, but we'll find out. But I'm going to try and keep it very simple and glam and easy. And if any of you guys don't know how to do a halo look, then this will be perfect because it'll be kind of like a softer halo, everyday halo look and all that. So if you guys would like to see that, sorry for that long intro, but if you'd like to see an everyday halo look, then just keep on watching. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to take my Pixie Glow Mist. I've already lotioned up my face, but I am going to just kind of prime my face with this and kind of moisturize it a bit. Let that dry. Alright, and then before I put any kind of foundation, well, let's see, we'll do primer first, sorry. I always get ahead of myself there. I'm just going to use my Angel, well, it's really bright, sorry, my Angel Veil NYX primer. I'm going to prime my face really fast, just so I just kind of smooth that all over. My skin's looking pretty good. I'm not too worried about patting it in like I normally do. Alright, so now that I've primed, I'm going to take my, I love this thing. It always glares because it's like metal, but this is my Radiant Glow cream highlighter from It Cosmetics, and I'm just going to just rub this all right here. Perfect. And see how glowy. I love this stuff. Alright. And then I'm not even gonna worry about foundation. I know there's no fallout with the Soft Glam palette or the Jaclyn Hill palette, but to be safe, because I am going places today, I'm just gonna do the eyes first. Because I'm a dork and I like to sometimes have good days and bad days with makeup. So I'm just taking my Instant Age Rewind Maybelline concealer, and I am just going to prep my eyes. And I am just using, this is my favorite lately, I'm just using my dry beauty sponge. Beauty blender. Okay, And then I'm gonna use today my NYX Banana HD Finishing Powder on just to set the eyes and underneath. Okay, now that that is set, let's get into the eyes. I'm excited. So I don't know what colors I want to use. There's just so many choices, especially in this one, and I love this palette. It's my favorite. But I think since we're gonna go with an everyday glam, we'll keep it kind of more neutral. Like everybody does neutral, but I feel like if you want to wear it out and about and still feel comfortable, I think we'll stick with like browns and stuff. So I am going to dip into this shade here, Orange Soda, and I'm going to use this as transition shade. And I'm just taking it from inner corner to outer corner. And just kind of blending up a little bit. You don't want to go too high to where it's in your eyebrows. Just kidding. Alright. And then, alright, so I'm just taking a flat brush and I'm going to go into this rustic color right here. It's just kind of a darker brown, and I am going to pack this on the outer part of the eye and just take it in a little bit. You don't want to go in too far, but you want it in a little because you want to have a gradient. Okay, and then I'm just going to do the same thing to the other eye really fast. Maybe I'll zoom you guys in a little bit closer. There. Oh, this pigment. I love this palette. It's so pigmented. Okay, and then I'm going to take a smaller kind of packing brush, and it's from the same company. It's just the Vintage Cosmetic Company, and I'm going to take that same rustic color and we're going to put this on the inner corner. And I'm just blending it in a little bit. You want to keep kind of where your iris is kind of open, because that's what helps create that cool halo effect. Alright, and I'm just taking that same brush we had used earlier, and I'm just gonna kind of go over this right here, just to make sure it's all smooth. I didn't put anything on this, I'm just whatever's left on the brush. Alright, so now if you want, you can totally leave it like this. Like you could just leave it this dark and then add something in the middle to pop and then just mimic it on the bottom. Or you can take it one step further, which I'm going to do today, and take the darker color called Cypress Umber right here. Focus. There we go, right there. And it's just a little bit darker, and I'm actually going to use the smaller one that I used on the inner corner. And I'm just dipping in a little bit, and I'm going to build this color up. You want to start small and build up. Or light and then build up, I guess. And you're gonna just put this on the outer part of your eye. You don't want to go too far in. You still want to have that gradients between the other brown and this one. So I'm just packing it on right now, getting it to, and this color is so pigmented, like I barely tapped into it and it's like crazy everywhere. So if you're using this palette, just be careful. So now I'm just going to take that same blending brush we had earlier, and I'm just going to kind of blend it and diffuse it a bit. Oh darn it. Good thing about doing this beforehand is you can clean it up, because I totally just fudged up the edge right there. Oh well. That's why I like doing eyes sometimes beforehand. I am not a professional. It's just the stuff that I've learned on my own and from watching YouTube videos. Okay, and then you're going to take that same brush. Actually, let's go smaller because I'm having one of those days of messing up. Oh, do I have a smaller one? We'll use this one. Alright, so this is just one of my e.l.f. smudging brushes. No, eye crease brush, and I'm just going to barely tap in there and tap excess off and just put this right in here. So, like so. Alright, now, just to make sure, oh my gosh. It wasn't even, I'm just dipping back into that very first shade we used, Orange Soda, and I'm just going to run this along the top just to diffuse everything a bit. Make sure it looks all blended and smooth. Cool beans. Okay, so now the fun part, we're gonna add what we want on the middle. In a second. Sorry, I feel like I needed to blend that a little bit more. Okay. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to do gold. I mean, I'm looking in here and I want to use this color. Focus. I want to use this color or this color or even fairy. We'll do glisten right here because it's a little bit more toned down than that gold bronze, and it's got a slight shimmer of pink in it. It looks like this. It's such a pretty color. And we're gonna pop this right here with our finger. Right in the middle. You want to start right in the middle and then pat out. Because if you do it too thick, oh, I love that color. If you do it too thick on the outsides first, you'll kind of lose that gradient in between the colors and your inner highlight. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we are just going to take a fluffy brush and we're gonna dip into that rustic color, which was that second medium brown shade. And we're just gonna lightly go like this. And I'm barely dipping into it. The rustic color, like barely. Yes! See? And you've got this halo effect. It'll look cooler when you get the lower lash line in there and you add a little bit of like you can add a little bit of sparkle. But I think I'm going to elevate it just a little bit more, and I think we're going to just do it. I think we're going to take this color in the Jaclyn Morphe Hill. I'm going to just take my ring finger and rub a little bit on there, and I'm just going to just pop it so subtle right there. Oh, yes! Right in the inner corner right there. Just like that. And then you have a pretty shade. Okay, so I'm just going to grab a makeup wipe. This is a tip that I learned from one of my favorite YouTubers, Ali Glines. She is awesome. And she just kind of wipes it up like that and then pats it. Before it dries. There, and then you can, oh my gosh. And then I'm just taking just a clean blending brush and I'm just gonna kind of diffuse that a little bit, but that looks better. Okay, now I am just going to apply everything else onto my face. I feel like we don't need to necessarily do all those steps, so I will be right back. Alright, I am back. So all I did was put foundation on. I did highlight, blush, bronzer, I did my eyebrows. I highlighted just right here with my It Cosmetics. And I just used a little bit of my Maybelline highlighter, just this one in here. And then, yeah, so now we're going to do the lower lash line. So, what we're going to do is grab these two brushes we used earlier, the thinner ones, and probably this guy right here. We'll see. And all the products I use on my face, I will link in the description below when I post it, and so that way I can keep this video a little bit shorter and we can kind of just get to the eyes. Alright, so I'm going to take the fluffier, thinner brush and I'm just going to go into Orange Soda, just the one we used first. And I am going to just dump. Yeah, I'm going to dump into this one. I'm going to use Rustic right here. And we're just going to apply this on the lower lash line. Not as low as the other color, but not as high because you're going to put the darker color up higher. But I am going to just have this on the outside of the eye and blend it up. Yeah, so we're going to apply that there, and then we're going to take, I feel like I should do a smaller brush just today. I'm just going to take this angled brush right here, and I'm going to dip into Cypress Umber, right there, that darker color, and we're going to go kind of right on the lash line, and then we are going to use, well, we might not need to. And then we're going to take that small smudging brush we had before, and we're just going to kind of go over the inner corner, inner part of the eye, and a little bit of the outer, just to make sure it's all blended. Okay, so we've got the kind of the mimic going on there. Now we're going to take Glisten, and we are going to use, I don't know how well this brush will do, but it's just one of my e.l.f. flat smudge brush. And I'm going to take Glisten, what we had used on the inner corner, or I mean on the inner part of the eye, and use it right here. Oh, that's freaking color. Just use a big brush. Like that. And then we're going to just take a little bit of the Jaclyn Hill eyeshadow, and I am just going to use my pinky, just very lightly dip in there and apply it. So that's just kind of how you do a halo eye. You just kind of make sure everything's married and blended. And you could do this with like any color too. You can take this totally more glam and use like reds and yellows and oranges. Oops. Or you could do like blues and purples, or you can even just do black and silver, which I have done before, which is really fun to do. Maybe I'll have to do another video. If you guys would like to see another video of like a more glam halo look, just comment below, and I would love to do that because I love doing those every so often. Ah, it's just one of those days today. I am just touching my eye, putting eyeshadow where I don't want it. It's just one of those days. Holy cow. Thanks. So I am just going to put this on the top of the lower lashes. This is just my Maybelline Lash Stilettos. And I'll need to clean up this lower lash line because I touched it. Jeez. And right there because I touched it. So I'm going to use NYX Lingerie today, and I've got two colors that are very similar, but one's a little paler than the other. And then I'm going to use my NYX Suede liner, and I'm going to use this color here. I'm under Los Angeles, and it's very much used. I need to sharpen it, but I'm going to line the lips with this. Okay, I just kind of put it like that. It's not perfect. Alright, and I can't decide. So I've got Bedtime Flirt right here, which is the darker one. Or I have Lace Detail, which is this lighter one. I don't know. I feel like we'll go with the darker one because it's still nude, but it's just a little bit darker, and I think it'll kind of go with the But yeah, I think that pairs with the eyes decently well. I feel like I want to put a gloss on. Should we put a gloss on? I have them all in here. There might be some in my purse. I have this one gloss from the I Love Sarah E ColourPop thing. Let's just see. I like that. Alright, anyway, So that just concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a little crazy and I'm a little blue today, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will link everything that I used on my face down below, as well as the eyes. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this look, and stay tuned for another video. I will be posting again next week on Monday, so this will go up on Thursday. And yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.